I have his ID in my hand like this, and I turn and I look because my supervisor said something, and he reached out and snatches his ID. I'm like, whoa, hey, hold on, man. He's like, what? It's my ID, isn't it? And turns and walks all the way out.
Deputy Kelly, I was just coming to talk to you about that incident with your ID.
Okay, I had gave it to my brother right here.
On March 15th, 2024, Milwaukee County deputies responded to Concourse D. A man had presented a fraudulent ID at a federal TSA checkpoint, then fled the screening area. Deputies tracked him to the adjacent rental car facility. What they found would expose a multi-state fraud operation.
Magnifying camera. And the ID is totally bogus. Every square inch of this thing is pixelated under the camera. So I'm like, this is fake. So I call my boss up. He happens to be off the checkpoint at the time. So the guy starts getting a little antsy. And he's like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom real bad. Where's the bathroom? I'm like, well, there's one on this side. You know, we'll get you in, whatever. He goes, no, man. I got to go right now. I'm like, well, it's over there. I can't, hold him. So he walks over there. While he's in the bathroom, my boss comes up. He goes over to the bathroom and finds the guy and brings him back. He then calls, the CC and everything like that. And the guy's like, yeah, my flight's leaving, man. It's 5:40. I'm just going to rebook. And I'm like, oh, they can do that for you down at the gate, man. We're just going to get this thing, squared away, whatever. I have his ID in my hand like this, and I turn and I look because my supervisor said something, and he reached out and snatches his ID. I'm like, whoa, hey, hold on, man. He's like, what? It's my ID, isn't it? And turns and walks all the way out in the parking lot.
Okay.
And so my supervisor kind of followed in that way. I called over the radio saying, well, he said he was going to rebook. So I think he went downstairs, my boss did, to ticketing to check with them. The guy certainly did not. He walked straight out into the parking lot.
Do you know what he looks like?
He was a fairly tall black male, about your height, kind of like mini dreads, where they're about that tall.
Yeah. Thinner build or bigger build?
He's bigger. He's
Bigger
bigger, like a light-colored jeans he's wearing real low with gray boxers.
Okay.
And he's got a green camouflage backpack with orange piping.
So black male, about 6 feet.
Was he wearing a coat or a t-shirt or?
That I don't remember.
Did he have any jewelry or stuff like that?
Not that I saw.
Right. Any teeth grill or stuff like that? Or?
I thought he had some facial hair, but nothing teeth-wise that I recognized.
Okay.
Dreads.
If you want, I'm
black
gonna
male,
go search real
6
quick,
foot.
okay?
Using every possible tool at his disposal, one deputy asks nearby citizens if they had seen anyone matching the description of the suspicious person.
Hi, folks. Quick question for y'all. Did you happen to see an African-American male about my height, maybe about my build, maybe a little bit thinner, he had a green backpack with some orange tubing? Did he happen to walk this way?
I just got here a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did not see anyone like that here or elsewhere.
Okay.
I was downstairs in the ticketing area before I came up here. I did not see anyone like that there either.
And you guys have been staying for about 5-10 minutes?
Oh, not even 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all.
Soon, the suspect was located in the rental car facility, not far from the terminal in which he fled.
Deputy Kelly, I was just coming to talk to you about that incident with your ID. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Okay, I had gave it to my brother right here.
Here, you can say something for him.
Okay.
Yeah. Your brother's here. You can sit down. I'm 410, I already told him. Do you have you gave your brother your ID?
Yeah.
Alright. Where's your brother at?
He
Alright, you don't have to go for any of this.
Okay,
What is your last name? You can sit down.
Okay.
Alright, I've said multiple times. Just stay seated.
Yes, hello.
Alright, what's your last name, man?
My last name is Payne.
What?
Payne.
P-A-Y-N-E?
Yeah.
Alright, first name?
Nicholas.
N-I-C-H-O-L-S
H-O-L-S.
or just S?
Yeah, S.
O-L-S.
Yeah.
Alright.
The first legal question: did deputies have authority to detain the subject after he left the checkpoint? Under Terry v. Ohio, 1968. A brief detention requires reasonable, articulable suspicion. A federal agent's report of a fraudulent document, combined with unprovoked flight, satisfies that standard. Illinois v. Wardlow, 2000. Held that flight from law enforcement contributes to reasonable suspicion. The totality of circumstances here, fraudulent document, flight, False identity exceeded that threshold entirely. Presenting a forged ID at a federal checkpoint violates Title 49, United States Code, Section 46503. That statute prohibits any conduct that interferes with airport security screening personnel. Federal exposure does not end there. Title 18, United States Code, Section 1028, criminalizes the use of a fraudulent identification document to obtain services or defraud the United States. Both statutes were triggered the moment the subject handed a pixelated, digitally reproduced ID to a federal agent. Under Wisconsin Statute Section 943.201, misappropriating identifying information is a Class H felony. The statute prohibits using another person's identifying data without authorization to obtain money, credit, or services. Wisconsin Statute Section 943.38 addresses forgery, the production of fraudulent documents, both state charges stacked alongside federal exposure, giving prosecutors substantial charging leverage. When the subject provided a false name to deputies, he compounded his criminal exposure significantly. He claimed to be Nicholas Payne with a Tennessee license, then misspelled the first name he himself fabricated. That single error broadcasting NICHOLSOLS over radio gave deputies a clear indicator of deception. Probable cause for a custodial arrest under the Fourth Amendment requires more than suspicion, it requires a fair probability of guilt. A TSA report witnessed flight, a false identity, and an inability to spell that false name all established here.
Your ID is going to come out of Wisconsin?
No, it's coming out of Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yep.
Alright. So you don't have your ID on you anymore?
No.
No ID?
No. Yes, hello.
I just have to run his name. 410, 414 with that individual's name. Last name is going to be Nichols, Nora, Ida, Charlie, Henry, Ocean, Lincoln, Sam. First name, Payne. Is this your last
My
name?
first name, Nicholas. My middle name.
I'm sorry, last name, Payne. Paul, Adam, Young, Nora, Edward. First name, Nichols. Nora, Ida, Charlie, Henry, Ocean, Lincoln, Sam. Male. So we're going to bring you back there, just get all your information, make sure it's correct. We'll carry this stuff for you.
No, that ain't one right there. That's just one right here.
Alright, you face that way. Just to put these on,
What is I'm getting the time?
just to see, make sure your ID and everything lines up. So face that way for me.
I'm about to see my mama. Can I see my girl?
We'll let you use your phone after all this. Yeah. Do this first. Alright. Yes, sir.
I called my mama number for me.
Alright.
I don't know what it is. Hey.
What do you guys got? I got this.
Yeah, I got it.
What do you guys have? Squads in your bag?
No, that ain't my bag right there. That's my bag right there.
That one's it? That one's yours?
This black one right here, I was seeing.
That's not your bag?
This is your brother?
No, that's my cousin.
This is mine.
You gave him your ID?
No, I gave my brother my ID.
No.
I'm saying, like, what is I'm being?
We're just because you snagged an ID at a federal checkpoint.
Like,
Yeah. So we're just gonna confirm who you are. And
I
then...
don't see how I'm getting it.
So what happened? What was the issue with the ID?
I'm trying to. I told him I was late for my flight, so I gotta fight this here. I can't even. I'm getting tired. I can't even be on my phone.
You will eventually. Here, we'll go this way. The elevator's open.
I don't understand.
Go for 410.
That's not my bag right there.
Why were you carrying it then? You were at TSA.
He said out of Tennessee.
That's my brother bag. I told you that. He said it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you had it when you were at TSA.
No, I ain't have that bag.
You never had that bag? Because that looks a lot to me like you having that bag.
And I told you I hold it for my brother.
So why do you give your ID to your It's your brother.
You said what I
Like,
give?
why do you give the ID to your brother?
You said why I give? Cause he asked for it.
He asked you for
Yep.
your ID?
Yep.
For what?
Yup.
Like, for what reason?
He said he about to go to TSA and see why they wouldn't let me check in. He can hold my bag real quick. Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're gonna have you sit right here, man.
Can I take off the cuffs?
Do you want me to
please?
pull those up?
No.
I can't. I'm not gonna run over.
Oh, well, of course it's take record, but
I'm right here. Here, I'm gonna put your phone up here for you. So what was that guy was who? To you, the one that we saw in there.
You see who?
The guy that we saw in there when we were walking out. What is he to you?
That's my cousin. I told you that.
so you went. Is that ID that he presented his?
He said he gave it to his brother and his brother left with it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna search you real quick, man.
I don't. What is my probable cause of getting searched?
You're in custody, sir, and to be honest, you're going to go to jail for misappropriation of ID and interfering with screening procedures. You can't present false IDs.
So I'm gonna have you stand up, face this way. Oh, like I said, dude, it's easier if you just tell us your name. Then, you know what I mean? I'm gonna blade here. Face that way more.
My name is Martel Woods.
Alright, that's your real name?
Yeah.
Alright. So what was the ID name?
You said what?
You
was
don't,
ID?
like, am I gonna find the ID? What,
Yeah.
what is on you?
Yeah.
Where is it?
In my pocket.
In your pocket right here?
Yeah.
Just leave that for now. Hold
Hey, can one of you guys take down his actual name and bring it to us?
Callie,
Yeah.
stand by.
Once a lawful custodial arrest was made, the search of the backpack required no warrant under United States v. Robinson. 1973. The Supreme Court held that a full search of a person and items in their immediate control is constitutionally permissible. Inside that backpack, more than 150 fraudulent checks, with a combined value exceeding $240,000. A stolen debit card was also recovered. Adding receiving stolen property and identity theft to the charge sheet, investigation further revealed active warrants in Texas counterfeit checks and possession of a stolen firearm, and separately, in Louisiana, aggravated flight, reckless operation, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The subject was ultimately charged with forgery, receiving stolen property, fraud against a financial institution, money laundering, theft, and 19 counts of misappropriating identification to obtain money. He pleaded guilty to 5 counts: misappropriating identification, fraud against a financial institution, theft, and money laundering. Remaining charges were dismissed but read in at sentencing, a procedure allowing the court to consider them without separate convictions. Sentence 3 years in Wisconsin State Prison. 3 years extended supervision. 5 years probation. Deputy Kelly receives a grade of A-. The constitutional framework was followed precisely at every stage. Reasonable articulable suspicion justified the initial stop. Probable cause, built through investigation, justified the arrest. The decision to charge misappropriation of identification and interference with screening before transport was correct procedure. The one area for improvement, the companion later identified as a cousin, not a brother, should have been separated earlier. Earlier separation prevents coordinated narrative between subjects and strengthens the evidentiary integrity of the investigation. The subject, Demart, receives a grade of F. Every decision made increased his legal exposure. Using a forged document at a federal checkpoint, then fleeing, is not a recoverable legal position. Providing a false name and failing to spell it correctly eliminated any Fourth Amendment challenge to the arrest. Traveling with 150-plus fraudulent checks while already wanted in 2 states demonstrates extraordinary recklessness. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office receives a grade of B+. Interagency coordination with TSA performed as designed. The institutional framework enabled a rapid, legally sound response that produced a guilty plea on serious federal-level financial crimes. 3 lessons emerge from this encounter. First, flight from a federal checkpoint is never a neutral act. Under Wardlow, It feeds directly into reasonable suspicion and justifies the investigative stop that follows. Second, a false name given to law enforcement can independently establish the deception necessary for probable cause. The subject's inability to spell his own fabricated name is the clearest possible example of this principle in action. Third, a lawful custodial arrest authorizes a full search with no warrant required. Robinson remains controlling law. Officers do not need to anticipate what they will find. The lawfulness of the arrest is what matters, not the scope of the discovery. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for more police interaction and courtroom content.